is ANN News Brief.
Uganda's police have begun probing alleged violent crackdown on protesters last week that led to killings of dozens of demonstrators. The police spokesperson, Fred Inanga, said the inquiry will identify mistakes that led to the collateral damage. Video recorded by members of the public last week showed plainclothes operatives holding guns in the streets during protests over the arrest of presidential candidate Robert Yagulanyi, also known as Bobby Wine, who was later charged with flouting COVID-19 restrictions. He has since been released and has returned to campaigning. European Union envoys have called for full and independent investigation into this incident to ensure justice for victims and to avoid impunity for the perpetrators, whom they say must be held accountable. More than 20 miners in Zimbabwe are reported trapped in an underground mining site. Rescue operations are underway in northern Zimbabwe, where the collapse of an old mine shaft has trapped dozens of illegal miners. Authorities say at least 6 persons have already been rescued on Thursday. Accidents caused by explosions and flooding are common in illegal mining, which often carried out under dangerous conditions and with little regard for safety standards. Zimbabwe is rich in minerals such as platinum, diamonds, and gold. Small-scale miners account for more than half of the gold produced in the country. High levels of joblessness or unemployment and the COVID-19 lockdown have led to a rise in illegal mining in the gold-rich country. We'll be right back.
We are on the road every day, canvassing throughout Africa for news you really need. We follow the story everywhere, from every corner of Nigeria to the wide African expanse. We bring you what's making headlines. We connect you with news you can use. ANN, African News Network, in a truly African spirit.
The World Health Organization is urging African countries to prepare for the arrival of a COVID-19 vaccine as soon as possible. WHO warns that African countries are ill-prepared to roll out a COVID-19 vaccine whenever one becomes available. It says only a third of countries on the continent has a health infrastructure capable of conducting mass vaccination campaigns. WHO also says only half of the countries on the continent have set aside funding and identified priority cases that will receive the vaccine first. Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC, has said vaccinating people will be a big challenge. The agency hopes to vaccinate at least 2/3 of people on the continent, arguing that this should help achieve herd immunity. There are now more than 2 million cases on the continent, less than 4% of the global total. Director of the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Dr. John Ikengasong, has said the process might not start until the second quarter of next year. Until then, people have been urged to rely on public health measures already put in place to prevent further spread of COVID-19. That is ANN News Brief at 1. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Adiemi.